look at that. It's like the Leaning Tower of carrots. Hey guys, today we are going to be making bao steamed buns with sweet potatoes and cabbage. And let me tell you, this Asian cuisine is going to knock your socks off. If you're in a rut, then try this new international dish to get out of the quarantine. I don't know what to cook. So this is a great way to try something new, and trust me, these pillowy bao steamed buns mixed with mushrooms, cabbage, sweet potato, and carrots is gonna give you a vegetarian dish that is infused with flavor. So we just need a couple of things to get started. 3 bao steamed buns, 4 ounces of mushrooms, half a pound of red cabbage, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 2 tablespoons of hoisin sauce, 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar, 1 tablespoon of sesame oil, half a pound sweet potato, 3 ounces of radishes, 6 ounces of carrots, 1 piece of ginger, and 1 teaspoon Furikake Seasoning. So to get started, what we want to do is we want to start chopping our mushrooms in thin slices so that we'll be able to fit those nicely into our steamed buns. And then we're going to saute our mushrooms in a skillet so that they are just bursting with flavor. Now what we want to do is we want to cut our sweet potato into slices, and we are going to bake this in the oven. So I have preheated the oven to 450 degrees, and then we are going to let this bake for about 20 minutes in the oven. Now we just want to dice up this piece of ginger into little tiny pieces. And then I'm going to dice it even further so it's just nice into tiny slivers. I don't know about you guys, but cooking this meal just makes me feel like I'm traveling. You know, we might not be able to travel a lot right now, but I think that food has a way of teleporting you and making you feel like you're traveling by tasting new tasty things. So that's what we're doing. Since quarantine isn't letting us travel, we're gonna travel through our food. All right, so now that we've cut the core out of this cabbage, you wanna just start dicing it so that the leaves are in nice thin slices. You just wanna peel each layer back of the cabbage, and then we're going to dice them into slivers from there to create a nice slaw. I love some coleslaw, and combining together cabbage and carrots is gonna be a delicious twist. Okay, so since I need some extra room on my cutting board, let's go ahead and take our sweet potatoes and let's prep those for the oven so they can go ahead and start cooking. So what we wanna do is we wanna take this baking sheet, and I've already sprayed it with olive oil. And so now what you just wanna do is you wanna take your sweet potatoes and lay them flat on the baking sheet like so. In my opinion, roasted sweet potatoes as a snack is a great idea. Like if you're hungry and you just need like a nice little midday snack, then sweet potatoes, pop them in the oven for 20 minutes, boom, you got a nice little snack that's a vegetable, but it also is sweet too. So it's the best of both worlds. Yum. So now that the sweet potatoes are on the baking sheet, you just want to drizzle them with olive oil. Make sure that they're nice and evenly coated with the olive oil drizzle. Lovely. Now we just want to take our sweet potatoes and put them in the oven and bake them for 20 minutes. So we have maintained that long look that is perfect for coleslaw with this cabbage when we were chopping it up. And I love that it's purple because there's just something about colorful food that draws you in and makes you want to eat it. And that's exactly what this meal is doing. So now what we want to do is we want to take our mushrooms, because we're going to saute those into a skillet. You also want to add the ginger in with the mushrooms. Now that we've added this ginger and mushrooms to a bowl, let's take it over to the pan where I've heated it up and drizzled it with a little bit of olive oil. We want to cook these for about 2 minutes until the mushrooms are a little bit brown. Great, now while the mushrooms and the sweet potatoes are cooking, let's transfer over our cabbage into a large mixing bowl where we chop them up into nice long slices. Now we want to take our carrots, and this is going to be fun because on the large side of a box grater, we just want to take our carrots and we want to start grating these into nice small slivers. Now you just want to rest into this because this is going to take a second. But I consider it to be kind of therapeutic. You just turn on some good music and do this, then the time will fly and you'll have some nice shredded carrots. So you know what time it is. Cue the music. You know, it's like kind of like playing an instrument. Boom. Now we are done shredding these carrots, and now they are fresh. It is completely better than buying it out of a bag where they are pre-shredded. And now let's see the fruits of our labors. Ah, look at that. It's like the Leaning Tower of carrots. That looks beautiful and delicious all at the same time. So now that we've shredded all of our carrots, let's get off the remnants off of this box grater, like so. And then we're going to add it to our cabbage so that we can mix up our coleslaw. So now we want to take this, we want to scrape it into the coleslaw. The first thing that I'm noticing about these carrots is how moist they are. You know when you get a bag full of shredded carrots and they're really dry? Now we have really moist shredded carrots with the cabbage, and now we want to start adding our other ingredients. You want to pour the sugar into the mix. You want to drizzle it with olive oil. Then you want to add half the vinegar and then all of the sesame oil. Now we're just going to mix all of the ingredients together into a nice moist slaw without mayonnaise. See, that is one of the key ingredients that I always have experienced in the past that coleslaw would have. But I love an oil-based slaw, and that's exactly what this is. Now what we want to do is we want to add the seasoning Furikake to the mix. Its origin is Japanese, and it's a fusion between seaweed and sesame seeds. Now that we've mixed all these ingredients together in the slaw, we can let that sit to the side while we cook the rest of our meal. So since the mushrooms have browned, what we want to add is the hoisin sauce and the rest of the rice vinegar to the pan. Now what we want to do is we want to take our radishes and we want to half them, and then after we half them, we want to then slice them crossways, really thin. And these are going to go inside of the steamed buns with the sweet potatoes. They are going to be a delicious combination. So then what you want to do is you want to add your radishes to a bowl. Then you want to drizzle with some olive oil and then sprinkle with pepper and some salt. And then you just want to toss them so that they're nice and evenly covered. Now we can set that to the side while we steam our bao buns. So you want to take a strainer, and then you want to take 2 of your buns, or 3, depending on how big your strainer is. And then you want to gently open them up and then place them inside the strainer. What I've done is I have a pot boiling with water behind me. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that the pot is deep enough that the bottom of this strainer does not touch the water. You just want the moisture from the vapors to hit the buns. So you want to put these in here. While we're waiting on our bao buns to steam, I went ahead and took out our sweet potatoes so we can let those rest for a moment. And now let's take a look at our mushrooms and see how that glaze is looking on them while they're being sauteed in the pan. All right, Now that our buns have finished steaming, look at that. Now comes the fun part. Now we get to design our little bao bun sandwiches after they're nice and steamed. So let's go. We finished filling up our steamed buns with our coleslaw mix and all the other delicious ingredients. And now it's time to see if these pass the true test, which is the taste test. So let's give one of them a whirl. Oh my gosh. I'm just taking in all the different flavors. Because when you think about everything that we put into this, I didn't realize how much of a flavor explosion it was going to be. But this is truly satisfying. I think the most surprising part about this dish for a lot of people is the bun, because the best way I can describe it is it's like a pillow. It's so fluffy but thick at the same time, but moist. So not thick in a dry way, but very moist, and I think that comes from the steam. So I just can't get over all the different flavors that are bursting out of these bao buns. So I hope that you enjoyed watching this video and that you get inspired to go make some of these in your own kitchen. If you're looking for inspiration on healthy living and tasty recipes, then this channel is for you. So go below and subscribe so we can hang out every week and get healthier and stronger together. And if you're making these recipes like these delicious bao buns, then tag me on Instagram because I want to see your pictures. I want to see what you're making. So tag me at Southern Urban Life so that I can see what you're doing and learn too if you add or alter the recipe in any way. So until next time, guys, I'm just a Southern girl balancing her urban life, and I will see you guys next Monday. And until then, bye y'all.